Hey guys, Cam here in the Battler Workshop and welcome. It's a bit cold today, we've got the pot belly going, we're really coming into winter now. No machine today, but I do want to show some videos of a good mate of mine, Johnny Ram. I've known John probably since I was 5 years of age. John used to live close to us up in Fairview Avenue. And back in the 60s, Dad was building the Evening Star and John was building LBSC's Virginia. And they became very good mates, and I've known John pretty much ever since then. He would be one of the premium model builders in this country, and when you see some of the models I'm going to show you, particularly the aeronautical stuff, the radial stuff that he does, you'll understand why. I'm a member of a group that started about, 25 years ago now, called G-Men. That's the Geelong Model Engineering Network, and we started off with about 19 members, and we first met down at the foundry that I used to run with my mate Ian, and we had an ATCO hut down there that we first met in, and there's about 19 of us that kicked it off, so we're down to about 9, and we catch up with each other at least once a month around each other's homes. We all come around as a group, we have lunch, and we just talk model engineering or politics or whatever takes our fancy at the time. So it's a great group. And we're down to about 9 now, so over the years we've had members pass away or move into other interests. The latest model that John has built, and there's been another one he's built since then because he is very, very quick at his model building, is a Snow engine. And the Snow was an engine that was in Pennsylvania. It's a double-acting 2-cylinder engine. They are massive, and they were designed to compress gas. So John's made a model of that, and that's what I'm sort of showing here today. A little bit hard to frame everything, so it's a little bit higgledy-piggledy the way they have put this together, but I've shown a number of the models that John has built over the years, and I think you'll find it very, very interesting. I want to do another video on another good mate of mine in our group, which is Barry Whitford. Barry's doing a scale model of Jack Brabham's Formula One, and Barry actually went up and spent an afternoon with Jack just before he passed away, and had a wonderful afternoon with him, talking about old stories, and I'll regale some of those when I do a bit of a spiel on Barry's work. Needless to say, Barry was given permission to go up to the sports museum up at the MCG and was able to remove cowling and panels off Jack's Formula One that's shown there. He got to spend an afternoon there, and he measured everything and anything and took photographs of everything while he had that opportunity to strip that car down and get as much information as he could to build the model. So I'll show you Barry a little bit later on, but we'll have a look at some of his lost wax casting, the way he's done the engine box, engine block, gearbox, and heads, and the dies that he has made to make the rubber wheels, and the etching work he has done by hand to put all the lettering in around those wheels is incredible. So I want to show you Barry's workshop and some of the stuff that Barry has done on the side. Once again, a brilliant model maker. All right, well, enough from me. Let's get into it, and let's have a look at what John is all about. So this is just some of John's engines. This is the one I can remember running on the diesel that made the place smell like fish and chip oil, but gosh, it ran smoothly. Absolutely beautiful. So this is a 9-cylinder radial, John? Rosebery? Yeah. Rotary, sorry. Beautiful, and there's the 18-cylinder that you've got in there. Jeez, mate, I mean, this workmanship is just unbelievable. And not only is he into the little internal combustion engines, but we'll have a look at this magnificent 4-cylinder King that he's made in 5-inch gauge, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd love to show the viewers that Merlin that you've done. So this is the 4-cylinder King that John's made. And I'll tell you what, if you're a rivet counter, you'd be in heaven with this unit. So you said you started this in, was it 75, John?
Yeah.
Around about 1975? Because I've ridden behind this because you've got your track outside there on the property, and It's just got a magnificent beat to it. So there you go, guys. This is what you can do when you retire. Oh gosh. Let's go and look at that Merlin and the little freelance. Okay, guys. So this is the Merlin that John's put together. And unfortunately, this is like an iceberg. You only see a 15th of the actual workmanship on the outside. What is inside this is just magnificent. Absolute clockwork stuff, and it's got such a beautiful note. I think you've got one of these. You've got this on YouTube, haven't you, John?
I have.
Running. So I might put a link up for this one. It's Rolls-Royce Merlin. Were these the castings that came out of Germany, John?
No, America.
They were America, were they? Okay. I don't think they're producing them anymore, are they?
No, finished.
They're finished with these, but because Mike's doing one as well.
Mike's given up on it.
Is he? Yeah, I mean, I think I'd give up on it too, John. Oh, gosh. That is just a work of art. This is the beautiful. Well, this is the freelance you've just finished. This is the 21st one, isn't it, John?
Yes, this is right. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, Jean, how are you?
Good. You can have a cup of rum.
Yep. All right, mate. Well, do you want to give her a kick over? I'll get up nice and personal with it and just show some of the detail that you've got on this. Beautiful. I'll come around the back, mate.
Put them in. Too many people looking at it. You're probably right.
No, I'm filming it, that's why. All right, here we are out in John's workshop, and you can see the assembly going on of the snow engine model that he's actually built. This is built from rough drawings, I think, that John had a book of, and he's put this together. There are absolutely no castings in this. John does everything from scratch, and I don't think there's many engines that he's actually done that have castings. I know that the King that he built, the 4-cylinder King 5-inch gauge loco that he built, is just an absolute piece of art, and he would have used castings on the wheels. I think the cylinders were done from the solid, and there was the Merlin engine that I did show one other time, the Merlin Spitfire, that he built from castings, and once again that was just a magnificent model. John is a prolific model builder. He has built dozens and dozens of models over his lifetime. I think the penultimate was the 18-cylinder radial engine that he built, and that on its own right won many awards. It was just the quality was just out of this world. Now, this is John's layout bench. I think this is where a lot of the magic starts happening. A lot of the ideas come together about how he's going to start out a model. He does all his own design work, or he does modifications from existing designs. You can see the flywheel he's done here. with the little pinch over square holes right around the periphery. They were all milled in individually. I think there was something like 118 of them. So how on earth you do those without making a mistake? And one of them I don't know, but every one of them's absolutely perfect. Bit of a closer view. You can see the crank arrangement at the back here, and the layout of the two opposing cylinders. A little bit more detail. John does make up all of his own nuts and bolts to make sure the scale is absolutely perfect. Everything he uses is as original. He hates seeing socket header cap screws on stuff unless they're going to be hidden. Everything that is exposed can be seen. All the fasteners are done to scale. And as I said, John doesn't use castings. Everything is machined from the solid. Bit more close up with the detail. Let him his spark plugs. He makes his own spark plugs. You see where the rocker arms go, and I think this is where the camshaft runs through here. Bit of close up of that flywheel with all those pinch over holes. They used to rotate to get at the top dead centre to help out or assist with the timing. Once again, all the machine marks, the finishing that John puts on his final models, it's absolutely beautiful. So this is just raw state after machining. Just a quick view outside Johnny's round. He's on a few acres out in the country, and he's on a beautiful, beautiful property. Very envious of this. Actually, it'd be great to have this sort of area around you, and a little bit hard to see, but right around his back of his property, he's got his 5-inch gauge track running, which he runs the King on. That's where the magic happens. John heads out to his shop in the morning after breakfast, and he treats it like a job. He heads out there, works till morning smoko comes in. Jeannie's beautiful wife has morning tea ready for him, has his smoko, then heads out till do some more work until lunchtime, comes in, has lunch, goes back out for the rest of the day, and then knocks off. And what a wonderful, wonderful way to spend your retirement. John was a toolmaker for the Ford Motor Company, and prior to immigrating out to Australia, he is English, and he came out from Brown and Sharp. Actually worked as a toolmaker for Brown and Sharp, so it just goes to show you the skill and quality that he does have. And he did tell us a little story when the board of management from Brown and Sharp came out from the parent company in America out to the UK to visit the business out there, and they were doing a tour of the shop floor, and they were in an assembly area. I think John was doing some assembly, and he was putting together some fixtures or locators, and they were using Loctite to fit the dowels or these locators into place, and a couple of the board members came over to see what he was doing and asked what this stuff was, and John explained to them about the Loctite. The board members went back to their boardroom where they had their meeting, and there was a message that came down from the boardroom to the assembly area that Brown and Sharp do not use glue in their manufacturing or tool making. So Loctite was banned. You had to go back to the traditional way of doing it. But isn't it funny when people don't know about products and don't understand them, how they can just dismiss them. So obviously, a bit of an anecdote that John regaled us with one day when we were having lunch. One of the joys living out in the country, John. You got a view like this, mate. Oh, straight out of the workshop, mate. This is beautiful. Right down the back there's where John's got his track. Okay, here's the full size of the snow engine that John has modelled. This is at the Cool Spring Power Museum in Pennsylvania in the States. Probably something I'll never get to see in real life, but it's great to actually see the photos of this engine. It was built for the National Fuel and Gas Corporation in Pennsylvania in 1917. I think it started running. The tandem cylinders, 24-inch by 48-inch stroke, double acting. This unit is 75 foot long. That works at about 23 metres. It is huge. The flywheels weigh in at 18 tonne and they're 18 foot in diameter, which is about 5.5 metres. So once again, huge flywheel on this unit. And the overall weight is about 140 tonne. So it is one big engine, and they actually ran these as a bank of 8 or 9 together to compress the gas. But it's great to see this old iron being preserved again for generations to see, and look at the engineering that went into these things back in the early 1900s. It just blows you away what these engineers and machinists were able to do with the equipment they had back in that day. It's absolutely incredible. All right, let's have a look at Johnny's engine actually running. So I actually scalped this off his phone. So we'll see how the quality is. So how long have you been building this one for, John? I mean, like, you are a prolific model builder.
9 months, I suppose.
9 months on this one.
Something like, I didn't. I used to write them down when I started, but I didn't bother with this one.
Yeah. Well, the detail is just
Beautiful.
unbelievable. So you've done your own bevel gears, all your own oilers. You did all those yourself,
Oh, yeah.
all from scratch.
Made everything.
Everything. The detail is just unbelievable. And you've had this running?
Yeah, I'll show you on the phone in a minute.
Okay. Beautiful.
What do you remember what the dimension was of the original one? Like overall
I can
width?
tell you exactly. I've got my book in there.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The flywheel weighed 18 tonne.
Yeah.
These slots were used to pull the thing over onto top dead centre, or barring it over.
Yeah.
For setting the belt tie, apparently.
What were they for, John?
You had to have there'd be a stand here with a rest on it, and you have a crowbar to turn it over,
Ah, right.
so you could set the valves.
Yeah.
Let's get around and look at the other side.
Oh sorry.
Oh, you're right.
I done that on the radio, these little rollers.
Yeah.
On the valves.
Now, is that just a carby to get the thing running, John, or is that going to be that's the permanent carby that you've got on there?
Yes.
That's him.
Yeah, it's sort of.
I looked in the scrap box and not scrap box. when I had a spare one, I put it on and it worked.
How many people have a spare carby in their scrap
all,
box?
all the little model engines, like the quite complex ones, got carbies like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
It's beautiful. So, what's the next model after this? Because I do know that as you're building a model, you're thinking about what the next one on the list is going to be.
He's two ahead. What do you mean? He's two ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, here she is. Yeah.
Was that him going?
Yeah.
What I might do, John, is I'll copy that down if I could, mate. Would that be okay? Can I copy that off your phone? We'll set it up on my computer, then I'll get that copy down. All right, guys.
But what
We've
would
got very
that
important
engine
things to
do?
talk about, so I'll see you soon.
Normal engine.
All right, Johnny. Tell us about this one. What are you doing here, mate?
Oh, right.
Is this the next engine after the same?
Yeah, that's that one.
Okay. Oh, a little Titan. So you're making this, oh, the snow's finished now, so this is the next one
That's
on
the stationary engine of the Titan, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another one, John.
That was a
Jeez.
bugger of an engine too on the bloody tractor that transformed the Titan.
That's it.
Oh shit! Oh,
Well, this is a stationary engine, this one.
yeah, yeah,
Beautiful stuff, John.
yeah.